I'm Johnny Rowland, your host of The Shooting Show, and welcome to today's program, friends. We are so thankful to be here. Thanks to our viewing audience, and certainly thanks to our sponsors, we're able to do it again this week. We appreciate so much all of you because, friends, as far as our message on television, this is it. Nobody else, I suppose, has the resources or maybe even the courage or certainly the permission. There are some other programs that feature shooting, and I'm glad they're there. Well, absolutely, we're in support of any program that truthfully shows shooting, whatever it may be, anywhere on TV. However, realize because we buy our own satellite time, nobody controls us. There's nobody in an office somewhere that says, Johnny, you can't say that. You can't have those black guns on TV. No, there's nobody to tell us that. Because we work for you. We work for the American gun owner, the citizen that cares about what we have as far as our rights go, as far as what the Constitution says, and certainly those of us who care what's happening to our country. You know, in July, I've got to be brief here because we've got so much to cover on today's program. In July, there's going to be a meeting at the Evil United Nations there in New York, and you know, they've got a sculpture there on the grounds of the Evil UN in New York. It's a model, it looks like a Colt Python with the barrel tied in a knot, because they are bent and determined to disarm every one of us as civilians in this country. We are in the way of the globalist police state. Now it's us. It's boiled down to the American gun owner because they know they can never have their one world police state paradise as long as we're armed. We as a people, not a government. You know, the national people say the militia, well, that's the National Guard. That's not true. The militia the National Guard didn't even come into existence until 1916. It's all a lie, friends, trying to rewrite history, trying to brainwash as many of us as they can. That's why we're here. That's why we do the shooting show, is to show truth about guns and firearms ownership, and certainly the responsibility that comes from owning and handling and shooting a firearm. It's got to be done, friends. It's got to be done. And you know, we appreciate the calls you're making on our new record. It's helping. It is helping. We are starting to get requests from radio stations around the country to send them our CD. And I don't know if it can make us any money or not. I don't know. But you know what? We will miss every shot we don't take. We'll miss 100% of the shots we don't fire. We've got to make some money so we can go on and get our uplink running and get a gun-friendly television station. We can do it. It's doable. So many people out there that have the money won't part with it. Okay, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. We've got to do it any way we can. Certainly do it the way we can, of course, legal. But we must do it. We have a great show for you. If you want one of these black guns like this G3 from Century International, I wouldn't put it off. I'd try and get one as soon as I could because, in fact, this summer at the Evil UN, they're going to have a gun burning. They're going to pile up guns in front of the Evil United Nations somewhere there, and they're going to set them on fire. Now that's crazy in itself, but it just goes to show the dedication that evil world body has at disarming all of us. You and I, friends. They're going to have trouble with some of us. That's why we're here. I want to show you something. Got a new small gun loaned to the project here. This is a Glock Model 36. About the same size as a little Kimber. It is also quite a bit narrower, say, than this Glock. We got one converted to 460 here. This is the Glock Model 30 with our compensator on the barrel. It's essentially the same gun as a Glock Model 30, but it is narrower. It is a single stack magazine. It holds 6 rounds in the magazine, and this is something that a lot of people are interested in, this Glock in 45 ACP. Now friends, the 45 ACP is certainly a great cartridge. It is a medium power cartridge, and we got this gun to experiment and see if we can convert it to 460. And you know, let's go ahead and shoot the bottle, one of the bottles there, with the 45 ACP out of the little Glock Model 36. A little bit of recoil. Yeah, it broke the bottle. Now, let's take essentially the same size gun, little Kimber, and let's shoot the other bottle with our 460. We're talking, again, same size gun. And y'all got water all over me. In fact, let's take out the water bottle that the Glock started. Yeah, just a little difference. That's why people want 460s in these little guns, because they're still manageable. Well, we'll see about that. Let's get another shooting show underway.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Friends, this is the new Georgia Arms 20th anniversary catalog. Of course, has a memorial there to our good friend Jim Clark there on the cover. This is a terrific catalog from the finest ammunition maker in the United States. They have all kinds of great prices on all sorts of ammunition: 243 Winchester, 270s, 7.62 by 39 Russian, all kinds of great stuff. They've even got 308 tracers, 30-06 tracers, all kinds of neat stuff here in this great new Georgia Arms catalog. They have components if you want to load your own ammo, and look here, we've got the Shooting Show and our new 460 Rowland kit on sale as well. Georgia Arms has the best prices for custom grade ammunition that I'm aware of in the United States. And guess what else? They're helping to support our Shooting Show. Friends, give them a call today. Free phone call, free catalog. 1-800-624-6861, 1-800-624-6861, Georgia Arms, and please remember to tell them that you heard it and saw it here on our program. Now, friends, as an experiment here, we've got our chronograph handy, our Pro Chrono here from Competition Electronics. Great piece of equipment. We've used their stuff. We use their timer. Really good outfit. I highly recommend their stuff. Their chronographs and timers. Really nice people. But let's see what the standard 45. We have a full-size Glock here, converted to 460, but the velocities are going to be very similar to the standard barrel because the compensator won't really affect it one way or the other. And we'll check that against the Glock Model 30 with standard 45. Then we'll try the 36 again with standard 45. Let's get our chronograph set here, see what happens. We've loaded our full-size Glock with standard 45 ball ammo. Let's see what it does through the chronograph. All right, we have a velocity of 841 feet per second. Now let's take our Glock Model 30 with our 460 barrel in it. Again, let's check the velocity through it. Okay, it's 799 feet per second. Lost about a little over 40 feet per second there in the shorter barrel. Now let's try the little 36. Same drill. See what it does. Standard ammo. 776 feet per second. Yes, our barrels are a little, certainly I think they're a lot nicer barrels than what comes on the Glock. You're going to get a little better velocity out of our 460 barrels. But so you see, friends, you just don't have the velocity in the 45 for a lot of purposes in those little guns. Just for comparison's sake, we have one of the high velocity loads in our Kimber Compact 460. Let's check the velocity on that. 1,618 feet per second. You see there's such a huge difference in our cartridge and standard 45. Hey, see friends, what I'm saying here, turn our chronograph off. There's a reason that we developed 460, and I honestly don't know. We're going to have to put one of our barrels and compensator on this gun and simply run it through its paces. I flatly don't know how it's going to work. The other Glocks in our caliber are doing just fine. The torture testing has really produced no surprises. They've held up real well, this and the full-size model. But I'm hopeful that we can convert it, because this would be the smallest and lightest and most powerful gun in the world if we're able to. I don't know. We're just going to run some experiments and we're going to try it and see. But these are useful guns. With most of the small guns, even in 45 ACP, accuracy, or your ability to place the shot, is going to be so important, because really none of the small guns in the standard calibers like 45 or 9mm are going to be great shakes when it comes to power. You've got to place your bullets accurately. This is not a gun that I would expect people to use at longer ranges. This is going to be a fairly close defensive type gun. Let's look at it in the camera in comparison to the Model 30 Glock, which it was taken from. Looking at the back, you see the Model 36 slide is quite a bit narrower than the Model 30, and really just disregard our compensator. From here back, it's a very similar gun. We've changed some internal parts, but that's not the issue here today. Notice you have the same arrangement on the magazine, because it gives your little finger a place to go. Take the magazine out, your little finger has nowhere, but the magazine actually becomes part of the grip, as in this little gun. As far as the size, again disregarding the compensator, it's the same as the Model 30, except see, it's quite a bit narrower through the grips. A lot of people think the Glock grip is a little fat for many hands, so they came with this particular design. What we don't know is, will the Model 36 slide being narrower, will the gun hold up to our cartridge? I just don't know. We're in experiments. But here to that, it is a very compact little gun. It's handy for those people that like the Glock and want more power than the 9mm or the 40 has to offer. Well, the 45 may be a good option. Well, we loaded, I think we have 3 in the gun. Go ahead, in the magazine. Go ahead and insert it in. And of course, this is your slide release right here. This is your magazine release on the Glock. This is the only safety there is, the most important safety between your ears. This little centerpiece on the trigger must be depressed so you can push the trigger all the way to the rear. This is the takedown a little bolt across here. Now these really are pretty well thought out guns. We have made some what I see as dramatic improvements, but let's go ahead. I like the sights on the Glock. Notice that the front sight needs to be clear, the back sight and the target will be blurred, but that front sight needs to be clear. Your eyes know what to do. Go ahead and load it, pull it all the way back, let it go. And watching in my hands under recoil, just standard load. Let's see what we have here. See our disc? There we go. It has a little bit of recoil, but heck, we hit the target. There we go, hit it again. And of course now it's on slide lock. It holds 6 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber for a total of 7.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
If anti-gun zealots in government are frustrated that they have not been able to completely infringe on our right to keep and bear arms, The United States Forest Service has found a politically correct issue to use against us gun owners. In Azusa, California, there is a shooting range in the city's mountain suburb. The Burrough Canyon Shooting Park opened with a bang in November 1993 on a 76-acre allotment near the Angeles National Forest. Since the shooting park is on land unconstitutionally owned and administered by the United States government, Burrough Canyon operates with a permit from the Forest Service, itself an unconstitutional agency desperately in need of elimination. About a year ago, the Forest Service discovered that the railroad ties in use at the range had to be removed because the creosote in them was disturbing the pristine environment of Burrough Canyon. This creosote is apparently different from that in the telephone poles all over other federally protected land. Well, the railroad ties went, but trouble was just starting. Through an alleged irregularity in the deeding of the 76 acres for the shooting park, in spite of the Forest Service's earlier approval, the rangers managed to whack the shooting park down to 4 acres. Then the shooting park was told to be sure that all that horrible human activity that occurs there would not endanger any exotic plants. You see, the natural habitat must not be disturbed. And by the way, the Burrough Canyon Shooting Park sits on top of a landfill. By October of 2000, the Forest Service discovered that shotgun shells are an environmental threat, and the shooting park was not picking them all up. Next, the Forest Service decided that there was too much picnicking going on, so the picnic tables had to go. Oops, haven't you gotten rid of all those metal plates the cops use for their long-range practice? Well, you're just not in compliance. Those plates are polluting the pristine canyon. Finally, after months of a death by 1,000 cuts, the Burrough Canyon Shooting Park closed on January 2nd, 2001. The anti-gun nuts in the bureaucracy have managed to squelch constitutional freedom under the guise of protecting the environment. Doesn't this make you want to go hug a tree? From Washington, this is Larry Pratt for Gun Owners of America.
For more information on Gun Owners of America or to join, give them a call, 888-886-GUNS, 888-886-4867, or find them on the internet at gunowners.org. Friends, they're helping keep us on the air. Let's please support them as well. Friends, I wish you were here with me. The sky is so pretty right now. It really is. The sun on the clouds. It is absolutely beautiful down here on the range. Okay, we've loaded, I think, another 3 in the magazine. This gun is going to be used primarily for close range defense. I'll tell you what, friends, if you want to shoot cast bullets in your Glock, I don't care which Glock it is, replace the barrel. They will not warranty a gun for cast bullets. Don't ask me why, a lot of reasons. Well, just forget that, just don't do it. Only shoot. And I would recommend standard pressure. I wouldn't go with plus P stuff in any of the Glock guns. Standard pressure, factory ammo in the Glocks. Unless you're a really, really good hand loader, just shoot jacketed bullets. If you want to hand load, if you want to put lead bullets in it, change your barrel. A lot of companies make barrels for Glocks. And it's just a safety tip, pass it on to you. If you don't want to damage your gun, don't shoot cast or lead bullets. Shoot only, and I do mean only, factory pressure jacketed bullets in your Glock. But let's see how it does in a little rapid fire here. And we'll aim for the midsection there because that's how these guns would mostly be used. Easy to hit with. All our hits right here. And certainly good sights. If you're a Glock fan, this may be something that you'll want to take a look at. It is certainly easier to carry. It's flatter. It's certainly light. It's a proven mechanism as far as the way the thing works. What everybody worried about was the plastic frames, but the plastic frames have proven to be really good on these guns. And the 36, we're going to run experiments with it. We're going to see how it does with our 460 chamber. I don't know. May not be enough gun here to do it. I don't know. But we will find out.
And by popular request, here's our new video again.
The sound of your voice makes my heart race. Your touch makes me feel so alive. Your lips have such a sweet taste. Your embrace sets my soul on fire. 'Cause you make me dream. You're the most beautiful vision I've seen. Yes, you
for folding stocks, for pistol grips, for regular stocks, for replacement stocks, for magazine extension tubes for your shotgun, for magazine replacement springs for your shotgun. How about the executive eye scraper, the executive letter opener, all from Choate Machine and Tool when you call for a free catalog. You can get the executive letter opener, a multi-purpose tool, or the executive eye scraper, a multi-purpose tool, for only your choice, only $2 when you call for a free Choate catalog. You can get both of them for $4, a $10 value. Friends, if you're a shooter or a gun owner, you need one of the Choate Machine and Tool Company catalogs. Call them today, 1-800-972-6390. In Ball Knob, Arkansas, they're helping to support our project. You need one of their catalogs. Again, 1-800-972-6390. And please remember to tell them that you saw it here on our show.
And now, friends, for our support group, we have Custom Leatherwork and Saddlery in Denham Springs, Louisiana. We have Brooks Communication in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We have Dennis Crocker Firearms Training, also League of the South information, and our grass shooting discipline information. We have Heavy Equipment Rentals in Southern California from Gearlings Equipment Rentals. And we also have Mike and Sherry Harris Pilot Services and Consulting there in South Carolina. Now let's finish out today's program with more cowboy action shooting.
It certainly looks like this lady means business right here. How you doing? Tell you what, friends, it's a great family sport. The ladies, even the kids, are not at necessarily a disadvantage. They can compete very well. Got the ammo in the bucket there. All right, get the bucket out, get the ammo out. Yeah, absolutely. Smoky. Tell you what. No joke, I tell you. Pick up the rifle. Push the door open. There she goes. Doing good. Got a misfire. Now the repeaters. Got a misfire. Yeah, okay. Now for the handgun. Then she's going to shoot single. All right. Looks like a real cold. Got it.
Now we can breathe. Hey, he said I shot well. Did I spit okay?
I wasn't watching.
Oh,
Never watched a lady spit.
I want to know how I spit.
Look at the grips on this lady's